In this list of words, we're looking at the root dict and the root spect. And if you look down the bottom of your page to the teaching point, it tells you that dict means to say and spect means to look, see or watch. Re means to do again. Pre means before. Ver means truth. Com means together. In means in. Eula means relating to and forms an adjective. So spectacular would be an adjective. So the words we have are dictate, dictionary, predict, verdict, contradict. And then the spect words are aspect, inspect, respect, spectacle and spectacular. So let's have a look at what else we have in these words. So in dictate, we've got the E making the previous vowel make its long sound. Dictionary, when you hear shun in a word, you know you're going to be using T-I-O-N. When you hear jun, you know you're going to be using S-I-O-N. So we're hearing shun, and yes, we are using T-I-O-N for the shun sound. In dictionary, we should say ari, but we don't. We give it a schwa sound. So you've got to remember it's AR on that ending. And of course, the common Y ending on the end of the common E, long E sound ending on the end of a word is we use a Y for. Predict is just that prefix on the front. Verdict, we did the meaning of those down the bottom. Contradict, so just remember that's a TR there. It's not a ch sound, it's a tr sound. And I don't think re, that's just a prefix. In's a prefix, A's a prefix on there. Spectacle. Now we're using, because this is a C, which is a stop sound, k, we're using LE. So we know LE follows a stop consonant. Spectacular, you've got the AR on the end there. And just remember that that is, because we're in a multisyllabic word, we're only using a C after a short vowel sound here for the k sound, not CK. Alright, let's go back and look at what each of these words mean. Well, the information we talked about down here gave us a lot of clues as to the meanings of these words, but let's go through and do each one anyway. So, dictate means to read or to sound, to say something out aloud. A dictionary, of course, is a book containing lots of words and information about those words on their meanings and their structure. Predict is when you state something that might happen in the future. A verdict is a decision made, often by a judge. Contradict means when you disagree with someone or something. An aspect is a part or a feature of something or the position of a building. Inspect is when you look very carefully at something. Respect is when you show respect for someone, when you show that you are being mindful of their presence and you're on your best behaviour. Spectacle is when the glasses that you may use to help you see better, and it also could be something special that's happening visually. Spectacular is an amazing visual display, so it's helping to explain that something is very special. Right, you can go through and fill in those squares by reading the words, syllabifying them, spelling them, covering them, writing them and checking them. In this list we're using the root dict, which means to say, and the root spect, which means to see or watch. So we've got dictate, dictionary, predict, verdict, contradict, aspect, inspect, respect, spectacle and spectacular. So if you have a look within these words, we've got some other things to remember. The E on the end is making that previous vowel make a long sound. You've got the shun sound, T-I-O-N, in dictionary. Then you've got the AR for the R sound, and the Y, as is common, is making its long E sound at the end of that word. Predict, the prefix is pre, verdict, got the prefix ver, contradict, they're nothing special to look at. And spectacle, now because that C is making a k sound there, you follow it with LE. Spectacular, don't forget that U is in there, and you're using that AR ending there. Now let's go down and have a look at what you have to do at the bottom of the page. We've given you some sentences to fill with, finish off with the correct list word from above. Think carefully about the word that you'll use for each sentence and just check within your group that you've got those correct. Our words today are dictate, dictionary, predict, verdict, contradict, aspect, inspect, respect, spectacle and spectacular. Split these words into syllables, so you're going to work out how to break those words up. Then down here you've got plural form, so one dictionary, a set of dictionaries. So remember that if you have a consonant before the Y, you have to change a Y to an I before you add the plural form. Down here you've got verb families, so you're just going to follow the usual pattern of dictate, dictates, dictating and dictated. Down the bottom you have to complete these words and use them in a sentence, so you're going to go from predict to predictions, from contradict to contradictions, and inspect to inspections. And please write interesting sentences for each of those with some adverbs and adjectives in them. Today we're looking at Latin roots. So Latin-based words are often made up of a prefix, then the root, and then could have a suffix on the end as well. So if we know the meaning of each part of the word, we often get an idea of the meaning of the whole word. So if you look at the word project, pro means forward and ject means to throw. So in all that means to throw forward a ball or an idea, as it's stated, okay? Match the root to the meaning and then to the picture. So you've got to think about what spect means, find the meaning for it, and then link it to the picture that represents that as well. Now down the bottom, all you have to do is write the Latin roots for these words and sort them into their groups. You may find it handy to notice that we've given you how many letters in each of the roots that you're adding in. So I use that hint to work out that this word would be destruction. So you might be best to go through and try that for words, the roots that have 6 letters and the roots that have 5 letters, and then the tact, dict and port you'll have to think about carefully to fill in them correctly.